Hey everybody, it's Ben with Whitetail Hollow Farms. So today's the day. It is April 16th. Yesterday was the end of the emu egg giveaway contest that we had on our emu series. Today we are picking one lucky winner through random.org and a little Excel spreadsheet that I put together on who's going to win these 2 emu eggs. But first, I just want to say thank y'all so much for all your support and watching this series. Me and Dad put a lot of work into it, and Mom as well. So just want to thank everybody for all your kind comments that you left on the video. And if you haven't seen 1, 2, and 3 parts, go back and watch them. They're awesome. I think we did a great job on them, and we might be working on a part 4 here if we come up with enough questions and other things we'd like to talk about. Part 3 was definitely the most successful. It looks like we had 289 views and 46 likes. So just want to thank everybody so much for all that support. So we had 36 people actually enter to win, and here is the list right here of the people that entered to win. So what we're gonna do is go to random.org. It's a pretty simple site. You just put in a minimum number and a maximum number and you click generate. So let's see who's gonna win. Number 25, and we have Grace Archer at 25. Congratulations on winning, Grace. We're gonna reply to your comment on part 3 of the Emus 101 video and get your details so that we can get in contact with you. That, or you can email us at whitetailhollowfarms@gmail.com and we will get with you on how we're gonna get you those eggs. It will not be until this coming fall when we start to have girls laying again. We have reached the end of emu season for this year. We do not have any more extra eggs. Everybody is in the incubator at this point, to my knowledge, apart from some non-fertile eggs and stuff. I'm going to show you what you won real quick. So for everybody wondering, this is what Grace won. She won a 5-inch Whitetail Hollow Farm sticker as well as 2 eggs. These are not the 2 eggs that we are sending her. These are some older eggs that we found were not going to be viable to hatch. So when next fall comes around and we start getting fresh eggs again, we're going to get you 2 eggs in the mail as well as that 5-inch sticker. We're going to be doing these giveaways a lot. We're going to do one at 500 subscribers, 1,000 subscribers, maybe one at 2,500, maybe one at 5,000. So if you guys keep supporting the videos, like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, that's all going to help you guys get more chances to win. You saw how we did it this time. It was completely random, so you got a fair chance at winning. So we appreciate all your support. Keep supporting us. We might get you some cool stuff. So it's been a minute since we've actually done a video though, apart from the emu series. It's been about a month. We've definitely been slacking, but I'm gonna get back on top of it. I'm pretty determined to. I'm feeling a lot better lately. I went and took a little vacation a week or 2 back, and I'm feeling a whole lot better now. Just had to get some stuff off my chest, and I'm back in the swing of things, I think. So I'm gonna show y'all what we've been working on while the cameras have been off. So I don't know if y'all have seen our hatchery building before. If you're new to the channel, this is our big hatchery building behind me. It is a small pole barn that we enclosed and put metal siding on, as well as some hardy board just for some aesthetic looks. And inside here we have got Dad's tools area. We have a wash down area where we can wash things up, a little mini fridge to keep any sort of medications or anything like that that we might have to give the bird, as well as some minerals and whatnot, and a little table for setup. It is far from clean in here. We got a lot of work to do, and a lot of this stuff doesn't really belong in here. We are building an actual pole barn that we're going to store a bunch of this stuff in at some point, and we're going to see how big we can make that. I think we want 120 foot long by about 30 or 40 foot deep. It's going to be a very big barn, and we're hoping to have like a general store and some other stuff in there. So a lot of the stuff that I'm showing you in here will not be in here for the future. Here we have our brooder station. Don't have a whole lot going on here. We are wrapping up the emu season. We've got a boy and a girl in here, I believe, that are just chilling. They might not even be sexed yet. We got some feed storage over here, another thing that's going to go over to the new barn once it's built. And then we've got all of our incubator set up. These are some older incubators that we picked up a while back that we're trying to decide if we are going to refurbish and use again, or if we're just going to sell off and get nice new good GQF Sportsmans to replace. We've still got some eggs in the incubator, not a whole lot left that are viable, but we'll leave that for another video. So that's our hatchery. The feed and the tools are basically going to be the main thing I think that are coming out of there once we get the new barn built. That'll open up a lot of space. We'll get better brooder setups, better incubators in there, and it'll be much more set up. Off the end of this building though, we have a lean-to where we do most of our feeding every night. We keep our totes here with our emu feed, our alfalfa pellet. Sometimes we're feeding alpha hay or chaff hay or something to that effect. Right now we're just doing pellet because it's the affordable option at the moment. But this has been our new endeavor here. We are trying to make a new path from the hatchery to the house there behind me, somewhere over there behind me. So that requires cleaning up this area right here. So I took the chainsaw out, took down, I think these are magnolias, took down some of these little magnolia trees. There's some old barbed wire fence. This is actually goes into the neighbor's property, and that was a pasture that we were using at one point in time that we were asked to move our animals off of. So we are going to get all of our fencing back up off of their property, get this area cleaned up in here, and probably put a new privacy fence along here, as well as get this area cleaned up. We're going to move this fence back to between those two gates there. We are going to get rid of the old dog kennel because it will not hold Addie or Simon in anymore. It is just old and small. The dog house is not worth anything, and both of them could jump over that fence easily. So we're basically going to open up this section right here as a new pathway to get to the hatchery so that we do not have to walk through the alley here where all the emus and goats like to hang out, like Theeta coming up over here, and we won't have to walk through the mud over there anymore through the big gate. Whole lot of refencing, redesigning this area. It's long overdue. As you can see, it's not the best setup at all. In fact, it's kind of embarrassing because it just doesn't live up to our standards. We have pretty high standards as to how we take care of our animals and display our farm, and we're definitely better than this. So got a lot of fencing that we need to do, and everybody goes through these struggles. It's just the hard part of starting a farm. Nobody can be perfect right out the gate. We're striving to be perfect. Speaking of the muddy mess, this is what we've been having to walk through. The emus are obsessed with walking back and forth along this fence right here, this gate, because this is where they get fed every night. They get fed right here. So we have to walk through all this mud and everything when it rains, and we want to avoid all that. So we're just going to push this fence back, cut off a little bit of the pig's pen there. We'll have a better way in and out of the hatchery. Unfortunately, while I was off on vacation the other day, we had some pretty bad storms here at the house, and we had a tree come down on this fence right here and messed it up pretty bad. This is our cross fence between the girls' pasture, the girl goats' pasture, and the boy goats' pasture. So that is kind of catastrophic if these boys right here, like dude, get in with the girls over here. And same with the emus. The emus, it's not the end of the world if one of them gets over, but they've sort of situated themselves on either side. If you go watch the emus video, we explain how the males and the females will sort themselves out along fences like this with who they like to be around and who they don't like to be around. So we try to keep this cross fence in good condition, but this whole area here needs to now be restrung because that tree did some pretty detrimental damage. The temporary solution is we put up some cattle panels here just to keep everybody at bay from getting across. We definitely got to go ahead and get this fixed. That is a pretty ASAP project. Here's a little bit more carnage from that storm. We've got a few pine trees that are not in the best condition. I think beetles have gotten to them, and this one fell here, luckily not across any fences or on anybody. Everybody was out from under them, but just some more carnage. So welcome to our future barn site. This is on the back side of Bonnie's pen here, and me and Dad spent an afternoon coming out here digging up stumps and box blading off this whole area, and this is where we want to put Mom's new barn. I think she wants it to be about 120 foot long. I could be completely wrong. I'm pretty sure that's what she said she wants, and I can't remember how deep, but she wants to put it right here along Bonnie's pen. That way Bonnie has kind of a wall here. She has some more privacy, not as many people looking in at her, and because she likes to be up in the wooded areas, likes to be away from everybody. This whole area was full of stump, and it's still got a couple in this general vicinity. Here's one right here that's still got to get dug up with the backhoe. Right there. And we're going to take these 2 trees right here out. Here's another stump. Definitely got a little bit more to clear right in this general vicinity, but this is where the new barn is going to be built. So I'm in a spot that I don't think I've shown y'all before. This is kind of in the middle of our property. Mom and Dad and I have been talking a lot about the concept of a farm stay, sort of a farm vacation spot. We have been looking at different options for building cabins here on the farm, and there is a lot of underbrush and just garbage woods area here that just doesn't look all that great. You can see just how overgrown this is. It's all really shrubby stuff, not very tall. There's a couple of nice pretty oak trees that you might can see in the skyline there, and everything up under it's pretty low. It's only about 10 to 15 foot tall underbrush. So we have been talking about clearing out all of this underbrush here and putting in up to 3 cabins. We're going to start out with 1 and put an RV spot as well as a couple of places to pitch tent out here. This is not an urgent project. This is a project that we've been playing around with a lot, and we think that y'all would enjoy. That would give everybody the freedom to come out and visit our farm, see it, be hands-on with it, and we're really about education here, if you haven't figured that out yet. Whitetail Hollow Farms is meant to be a very educational farm. We do everything that a regular farm does. We sell animals, we raise animals, but we want to educate people most importantly. We see a lot of bad practices go on other farms, and we feel like if we could educate everybody and help them towards a better, more holistic lifestyle. So we want to make our mark on the farming community, and we think it would be great if we could have a way for people to come out here and visit the farm, see it, be hands-on. For example, we have people all the time who say, I want to get emus. I would love to get emus, but what are emus like? Well, have you been around emus before? Well, no, but I'd like to get emus. And I think Dad had even said it in the emus video, the emus 101 video, that you don't want to end up with one of these emus and have it out there in your pasture and be scared of it because you've never been around them. We want to provide people an opportunity to be around these animals, educate themselves, and find out the best ways to take care of them. That's not saying that we know everything, that we're the perfect farm, but I like to think that we're pretty educated on what we do. We've been doing this for quite a while now. We've seen the good, we've seen the bad, we've seen the ugly. So we think it'd be very beneficial to educate everybody. So this is our area we're thinking about putting the cabins in. So we will keep you guys updated on that. Really hoping to maybe have one in by emu season next year, because we have a couple customers this year that are traveling from pretty great lengths away to get their babies and don't have a place to stay. They have to stay in Tallahassee or somewhere in a hotel and drive back the next day. So it'd be great if we had a place for people to come and stay when they come to get their babies, or if they just want a little vacation to get away from the house and spend some time on a farm. So that's the deal with the farm stay vacation idea that we've kind of got going. So drop a comment below. Let me know if you'd come stay on the farm. If we had some cabins and you just wanted to come spend a night on the farm, or come pick up some livestock, or whatever you want to come out here and do, would you stay in a cabin out here on the farm for a night, or 2 or 3? So drop a comment below, let us know. We love to get y'all's feedback on stuff. Welcome to our garden. Yeah, I know, super impressive looking, isn't it? Not really. So I hit this with a 2-bottom plow about a month ago. I took video of that, and today I'm actually going to get some harrows on the tractor, as well as the drag and a pipe, and I'm going to get out here and fix this up, and hopefully we're going to be planting all sorts of stuff out there. So be sure to watch out for that video. Should be up pretty soon, hopefully, about getting our garden going. It's a little, probably I say a 1/4 acre garden, nothing special. We're going to put some corn out here, pumpkins, I think some watermelon, sunflowers, all sorts of stuff Mom would like to do out here. So that is what we're going to do in this little area. This is actually Mom and Dad's future home site as well. So I think I've talked about that in a video as well. Well, do y'all see what I see out here? We have got some spring alfalfa coming up, and it is doing really well. So I planted about 2.5 weeks ago now, and sorry it's kind of raining here, so I'm gonna make this brief. You might can see tire tracks in this. Luckily, I overseeded after I had to unfortunately spread fertilizer on this stuff, so it will fill in these tire tracks. There's nothing to worry about. You can tell I definitely did not have any type of auto steer on, because my rows are anything but straight. There's a whole lot of wobbling and weaving and cutting over other rows. I cannot believe how great this stuff is looking. It is so thick. It is looking great. I actually ran out of seed, so I think my seeding rate was a little bit up, but I'm not gonna complain about that because golly, it looks great. We did awesome this time. So, and all this area that I had to drive through to my fertilizer, I had to fertilize about 3 days after planting, and I already had seedlings like this coming up 3 days after planting. Emergence time on this stuff is 7 days, so I could not believe I already had growth 3 days in. We're gonna have a great hay crop off of this, I think. We planted last fall in the field that's over there through those trees and on the very other end of this field. So this is my first time spring planting. They suggest not to spring plant due to weed pressure, which, I mean, you can see we got some Bahia trying to come back and Bermuda trying to come back up and all this, which isn't ideal. I mean, the alfalfa is obviously outgrowing this by a long shot. So I cannot wait to see how this field does, and hopefully we will be harvesting a whole lot of alfalfa hay. So I have videos planned to come out on the planting of this stuff and on the fertilizing, so I can't wait to show you all those. Starting to rain pretty good here. Hopefully y'all got a pretty good look at this field and how great it's looking. Only 2.5 weeks in. We will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for sticking around and watching, and for all the support.